Hello everyone, today our lesson is With a Bushman in the Kalahari. Kalahari is a desert in Africa. So let's start this lesson. And what is the meaning of Bushman? Bushman means traditional nomadic hunters or gatherers. So we are going to read about this desert, we are going to read about this Bushman, and let's see the lesson. If you are going to shoot elephants, be aware. The nauseating smell is something you will never forget. Such were the reports from friends who had returned from the Kalahari. We still loaded our vans with our shooting kits and set out for the desert. So the narrator's friend cautioned the narrator that if you are going to Kalahari and if you are going to shoot elephants, you should be aware of the nauseating smell. Nauseating, the meaning is disgusting, feeling sick. So that kind of smell that makes you feel sick or disgusting smell. So the narrator's friend warned narrator about that disgusting smell, and he told him that you are never going to forget that disgusting smell if you are going to shoot elephants. And especially, this friend, the narrator's friend, he had returned from the Kalahari. Okay, so he had that experience, and the narrator's friend was sharing his experience with the narrator. But still, the narrator he wanted to shoot the elephants, and so they got into the vans with their shooting kits, and then they set out for the Kalahari desert. It was a restless drive. So the journey was restless. We knew not what was in store for us. Fortunately, we knew not what was in store for us. Fortunately, we hit the desert while it was still day. So the narrator, he reached the desert in daytime only. Before it was night, they reached the desert. They were lucky enough. Good. We agreed that would leave us time to set up a base for our shoot. However, we had spoken too soon. Round a curve, our van encountered unexpected slush. The engine strained to pull the wheels through. So the journey was restless. It was a tiring journey, and narrator and his other companions, they were not knowing that what they are going to do and what they are going to, whether they will be able to find elephants or not. But they were very lucky that they reached the desert in the daytime, and so they thought that now they have enough time to set up their equipments and they can set up the base for their shoot. But see what happened. Round a curve. Curve means raised path. What happened? Their van encountered unexpected slush. Slush means soft mud. So the van was trapped in that mud, and now the van was not able to move. Okay. The engine strained to pull the wheels through. So now their van was in the mud, and the van was not able to move. You can see in the picture. Okay, see. Okay, the narrator and his other friends, they are going to Kalahari desert, and there was a raised path, and what happened? The van got stuck in the mud, and now the van was not able to move. I stepped down from the van as I was looking for stones to place against the wheels. So the narrator, as the van was not able to move, the narrator stepped down from the van and he was looking for the stones to place against the wheel. I saw a pair of bright black eyes peering from among the bushes. A bushman, probably drawn to the spot by the roar of the engine. Tales of Bushmen of the Kalahari came flashing to my mind. I remembered reading that bushmen are safer to deal with during the day. They are extra alert during the night and are more aggressive. So when narrator, he stepped out from the vehicle, from the van, and he was trying to pull the van out of the mud. What happened? Suddenly he noticed that behind the bushes he noticed bright black eyes and someone was hiding there. And who was that person who was hiding behind the bushes? A bushman. I told you bushman is the traditional nomadic hunters or gatherers. So the narrator had already heard the stories of Bushman of Kalahari, okay, and he knew that he was a bushman. And the narrator also knew that bushmen are safe to deal during daytime, because at night these bushmen become very alert and they are aggressive. This bushman must have come there because of the sound of the engine, because as you know, I told you the van was stuck in the mud and the engine was making a loud roaring sound. So because of the sound, the bushman came there and very silently he was observing that what was happening. And the narrator also saw the bushman. Also, I had come well prepared to befriend the bushman. I had some beads which I quickly offered to them as a token of friendship. The narrator was well prepared. He had already heard the tales, the stories of Bushmen of Kalahari. He knew that the Bushmen used to stay there, and the narrator was already prepared. He wanted to make the Bushman his friend. He wanted to be friend with the Bushman. He wanted to act as a friend. So what he did, the narrator, he offered some bids. Quickly he offered some bids to the bushman as a token of friendship, and he wanted to make the bushman his friend. The bushman accepted the gifts and flashed a set of white teeth that anybody would envy. So the bushman, he also accepted the narrator's gift. He accepted the bids, and now they both became friends. And the bushman was very happy. And how he showed his happiness? He flashed set of white teeth. This means that the bushman's teeth were sparkling white in color. Okay, so he gave that expression. The bushman smiled in that way. And seeing that the set of sparkling white teeth, the narrator was jealous. Coming forth, he offered to give us a hand with the van. On learning that we were out on an elephant shoot, he promised, as well as we could understand, to conduct us to the game. So now the bushman helped the narrator, and he helped him in pulling the van out of that mud. Okay, and then when the bushman came to know that they are out for elephant shoot, the bushman promised the narrator that he will take them to a place from where they could easily shoot elephants, and he promised them to conduct us to the game. To conduct, that means he promised them that he is going to lead the narrator. He will take the narrator and his friends to a place from where they could easily shoot elephants. Okay, because the bushman was having the idea of that place and he was the resident of that place. So he was having the idea that from where they could see elephants. It was beginning to get dark. A fire stick in his hand, our guide took the lead, walking in front of our van. So now the bushman, see, he became friend to the narrator and he started guiding the narrator and he took them to the place. The bushman was walking in front of their van and then the bushman took them to the place where they could see the elephants easily. His dangling, shiny, corded hair got all my admiration. He led us to a well-trodden elephant path for about an hour. The bushman being our only friend in this wilderness, we could only follow in silence. Seeing our puzzled expression, every now and then he muttered something in his click language. However, we had abandoned all the hopes of understanding him. We guessed from his gesture that he would bring us to some place. So the bushman was walking in front of the van, and how was the hair of this bushman? Dangling means hanging. His hair was shining and the hair was curly and corded hair, and the narrator liked the bushman's hair. You know that they have a very different kind of appearance, these nomadic hunters. They are not like us, okay? Their costumes, their gestures, their looks, it is very different. He led us on to a well-trodden elephant path. Well-trodden means regularly used or visited by the elephants. So the bushman was taking the narrator to a place where they could see the elephants easily. The bushman being our only friend in this wilderness. Meaning of wilderness is uninhabited or abandoned or uncultivated land. So the narrator and his friends, they were all alone. They were all alone in this new place, and they had only one friend. And who was that friend? That was bushman. So they had no option. They had to trust the bushman. Okay, and so the narrator and his companions, they followed the bushman in silence. But the narrator was puzzled because he was not understanding the language of the bushman, and the bushman used a sign language to communicate. The bushman was also not able to understand the narrator's language, and the narrator was also not able to understand the bushman's language, and so they were communicating with each other through signs. And the narrator was puzzled that they were not understanding that the bushman is taking them to which place. And so the narrator and his companions, they abandoned all the hopes of understanding the bushman. Why they abandoned all the hopes? Because the bushman was talking in different language which the narrator was not able to understand. But from his gesture, they could guess that the bushman is safe for them and the bushman will take them to some place where they could see the elephant. It was twilight when we reached our lookout point. Among the trees was a large platform. He pointed up to it. So that was where we were to spend the night. We climbed up the rope ladder. A moment later, our bushman disappeared. We found that rather strange. So now finally they reached the place. Okay, the bushman has taken them to a place. Okay, and what was the time? It was twilight. The meaning of twilight is a period of the day when there is low level of light, just before complete darkness of night. Okay, and so from there, that was a very safe place where the narrator and his friends, they could see the elephants. Okay, and then the bushman pointed out to that area. So that was where we were to spend the night. So the narrator was going to spend the night there only. And suddenly what happened? The bushman disappeared. This was again very shocking for the narrator. We settled down and were just about to hit the sack when we heard a faint splashing and gurgling like that of a child's laughter. I stood up and looked in the direction of the sound. Stretched at a distance was a silvery band. Sure enough, we were very close to a river, the Elephant's watering hole. We set up our photography gear in double quick time. We were still at it when a loud trumpet almost rattled us off our perch. An elephant herd was visiting the river at night. We had not expected things to happen so fast. Our hands were trembling from sheer excitement. Okay, so I'll show you the picture. See, this was the scene. The narrator and his companions, they are standing, and what they saw that there was a river, and they saw that there was a herd of elephants. They heard the narrator, he heard a splashing and gurgling sound. Gurgling means bubbling sound, which was just like the sound of a child's laughter. And when they looked up in that direction, they could see that there was a river, and beside the rivers there was a herd of elephants, and the elephants, they were making a loud trumpet sound. The sound of the elephant, okay, is known as trumpet. They were making that kind of sound, and listening to that sound, the narrator was rattled, means shocked, worried, nervous, okay, and that sound was very loud. Okay, so the narrator had not expected that so soon he will be able to see the so many elephants at a time. He was not prepared for that, and so very quickly the narrator and his friends, they started setting up their photography gear. The meaning of photography gear is their camera, their apparatus, accessories. They started to set up the photography gear because they wanted to shoot the elephants, and very quickly they set up their camera, okay, and our hands were trembling from sheer excitement. So they were super excited, but that the loud sound of the elephant, they were very frightened also with that sound, and they were shaking with excitement and fear. The elephant came trudging along, the calves walking beside their mothers. They were 17 in all, big and small. So see, now the elephants, they came near. Trudging means walking slowly with heavy steps. There were calves also, baby elephants. The baby elephants were walking beside their mothers. And how many elephants altogether? See, there were altogether 17 elephants. Okay, some were big and some were small. Our camera worked non-stop while we followed them through our lenses. So now the narrator was busy in clicking the pictures, and the camera worked non-stop, and he started observing the elephant through the lenses of his camera. This was my first wildlife shoot, and nothing could compare with the excitement I felt in this wild natural paradise. So the narrator was super excited, and this was his first wildlife shoot, and he was completely enjoying his shoot. We shot for an amazing hours. So they went on clicking the photos, and they went on shooting these elephants and their activities for hours, during which the herd demonstrated to us spectacles like shooting water from their trunks. Some even made high-pitched trumpet calls that made us jump out of our skin. So as you know, the elephants, they play with water. They suck the water, Okay, and they were shooting the water from their trunks. So this sight was very beautiful, and the narrator was enjoying the elephants' performance, the elephant show. The elephants were playing with water, shooting water from their trunk. It was really very beautiful, and the narrator was enjoying all these. The narrator was even enjoying the the loud noise, the trumpet. Okay, and what the sound was so loud, elephant sound was so loud that that made the narrator jump out of our skin. Jump out of our skin means the narrator was even frightened with that loud trumpet. Okay, so he was enjoying that beauty, he was enjoying the sight, and he really enjoyed the elephant's performance. Our bushman startled us when he suddenly sprang to the ground below us. We realized he had been a silent observer from the bough of a tall tree next to us. He looked puzzled. We had not fired a shot. How could we let the game go by? We showed him our photography gear, but he was still puzzled. We asked him to climb up and showed him what we had shot on our camera screens. I could sense that he was pleased that he did not have to witness the destruction of those majestic beasts. So suddenly what happened? Now again the bushman startled us, startled the narrator, shocked the narrator. Why the narrator was shocked? Because suddenly the bushman, he jumped to the ground below us, and then the narrator realized that the bushman was where he was a silent observer, and he was hiding behind the Bomi's main branch of a tall tree. So the bushman was hiding behind the tree, and the bushman was watching that what the narrator was doing. Okay, but the bushman looked puzzled. Why the bushman looked puzzled? Because he thought that the narrator and his companions, they were going to shoot animals. They were going to shoot the elephant. Shoot means the bushman thought that they are going to use their gun and they are going to hunt the elephants. So the bushman was puzzled that they have not fired their gun, and why they have not shot the elephants when the elephants were so near. So the bushman looked puzzled. Then the narrator understood that the bushman was puzzled, so the narrator showed him his camera and showed him all the photographs that they have taken. So seeing all those photographs, the bushman understood that the narrator came here not for hunting the animals, he came for taking the photographs, and he came for a photography shoot. So the bushman was very pleased seeing all those photographs, and he was very pleased to see all those beautiful photographs, and he was thankful that he had to not witness the destruction of those majestic beasts. Beast means four-footed animals, majestic, impressive beauty. So the shooting with camera is better than shooting with guns because it caused no harm, and this the bushman understood that the narrator was not there to harm the elephant. He was not there to hunt the elephant. He just wanted to take the photographs and he wanted to shoot the elephants through his camera, not through his gun. So this was all about the lesson, and in the next lesson, students, we are going to discuss the question and answer. Thanks for watching.